Directions for your color mix Kandinsky circles. Remember your name and teacher code on the back. In order to get our boxes, we have to fold our paper. Start by folding it kind of like a card, lining up those edges and very slowly folding and creasing. Then you're going to bring the top to the bottom, and then you'll fold it one more time, kind of like a little book or card, like we did our first fold. If you end up with more than 8 spaces, that's okay. You're using temper cakes for this project, and remember, in order to get them to work, it's nice to add a little spritz of water to your colors. We don't need to add too much water, but just enough water. And then stirring them until your brush turns the color of the paint. For this project, you will have red, yellow, and blue, your primary colors, to create your secondary colors, which are orange, purple, and green. To do this, you overlap the colors as you paint your circles. I highly recommend starting with the color yellow before our water gets all mucked up with other colors. It keeps the yellow really vibrant. So all I'm doing is I'm starting by adding circles and ovals. When I paint the outside of the box, it starts out looking like a box, and then I go in and I round in the corners so that it turns into a more circular shape. Just continuing to add yellow wherever I feel like I want yellow to be, and I'm still creating ovals and circles in those spots. You can always go back and add more of a certain color, but as I said, I just like to use yellow first because then it's most vibrant before the water gets filled with other colors. Then I start overlapping with other colors. So here you can see where it's turning a little orange. And the more water you add to your brush, the more kind of transparent and light your paint will be. Here's an up-close example of adding more water to your brush. Here I'm loading up my brush with red. Right now it's very, very dark and vibrant because I don't have that much water. Then I just dip my brush, and as you can see, the paint got a little bit lighter because I added more water, and then there I just dip again. I didn't rinse it fully. I just quickly dipped my brush into the water to make a lighter color of red. And you can totally alternate between darker and lighter of the same color. I went back to the red in the dish, my temper cake, and I really gave it a good stir so I got nice vibrant red again. And then even if it's not flowing, I can just dip quickly into my water to help it spread out much easier. You're going to continue with this same process by overlapping colors. So here I put blue on top of red to get some purple. Give it a good stir so then I can get nice dark blue. And where I feel like I need it, I add more water to my brush to help the paint spread, to help the colors mix. Keep going with this process until your entire paper is full. Remember, if your colors get mixed up at all, you can very easily grab a paper towel and fix them. Remember, in the end, you should see flecks of orange, purple, and green, your secondary colors.